Hello and welcome to The Recording Journey, episode number 23. The Recording Journey is a community of singers, musicians, songwriters, mixing engineers, music producers, and everything in between. Basically, if you like making music, you'll like it here. So if this sounds good to you, check out the links in the description. Consider joining us. My name's Marty Helly, sitting behind the mic to keep this podcast in motion. This episode, as always, we'll listen to some music, see what our community members are up to, and check out some hot discussions going on in the forum. So to kick things off, it's time for the news. First up, releases. Here's some of the latest finished tracks to hit the airwaves. Call It Home, the latest release by Lound. Esley wrote this song to celebrate his parents' 50th anniversary, and while it got some personal aspects to it, the writing, the theme, it definitely has a universal appeal. The link is in the comments, so while I don't have time to play it for you today, go and check it out after the episode. Won't Take That Call is the latest from Fool's Heaven. David Frazier went back to his roots and created a Stratton Telly-based blues rock number. I'll play that one for you later on in the episode. Goodbye is the latest from J.L. Valve. Jay put pen to paper on this one over 50 years ago. The latest version of this rock and ride down memory lane is now out on Bandcamp, and the link is below. Deep Dive sessions continued on Friday the 13th. It was part 2 of creating AI vocals. This one included talking about tailoring vocals with AI and using Automate to create harmony vocal parts from your own vocal tracks. Part 1 was held back on May 30th and featured a live demo from Bob Hayes on how you use vSynth software to create a female AI vocal with harmonies. No one would ever mistake Bob's singing for a talented female vocalist, so the AI creations let him manage to do a convincing job and help a writer like Bob get his ideas across. There was also a track from Todd demonstrating how he used AI stem splitting to separate vocals to use in a project. The playback from Part 1 is available on the forum, and Part 2 will be up there shortly. There are a couple of challenges going on in the community right now. The Cover This Song challenge is a rap hip-hop theme, with Eminem's Love the Way You Lie having been picked as the favorite from 5 options. Arnold, also known as Scott Swede, he's the first to have posted his offering, but he chose to create a rocking version of Coolio's Gangster's Paradise, which came in second in the selection voting. This was our May-June challenge, so it finishes up in just a couple of days. Some of our members are participating in Ixie's remix challenge on her song Calling Me Back In. She made all the stems of the original recording available so folks can remix it to see if they come up with something unique and improve on the release. Another online mixing challenge that's garnered some attention was created by Joe Carroll. The tribute band Resurrection recorded their version of Journey's Separate Ways. Joe made all the individual tracks available for download. You can try your hand at remixing this classic rock tune. In the forum, the greatest of all 5 threads have resurfaced. And I'm going to use this thread to jump into our listening segment. Last week, there were a number of posts on the topic, who personally most influenced your music? David Frazier listed his top 5 as Led Zeppelin, Queen, The Who, Pink Floyd, and Rory Gallagher. Friends of the Recording Journey know David did his own complete recreation of The Wall, and his rock riff writing style is quite obvious in his originals. He makes it no great secret his guitar chops were based on trying to retrieve the blues tones of Rory Gallagher. So see if you can see his influences in Fool's Heaven's latest release, Won't Take That Call. Next in our demonstration of folks wearing their influences on their sleeve is Mike King. Mike listed Hank Williams, Graham Parsons, Mike Hurley, John Prine, and Rod Cooder. Now Mike has writing and performing those comfortable country tunes down, and I can definitely hear 4 of those folks in his songs. But I'd never listened to Michael Hurley. Here's what he had to say about that. Years ago, a friend dubbed a cassette of Michael Hurley for me, and I instantly loved it and related to it. He's not very well known, but he has a cult following. I love the casual nature, the humor, the whimsical lyrics. In my own music, I'd like to feel being whimsical, funny, be an individual with no expectations. So here's King Carmichael with No Reason to Cry.
When the blues creeping at night and you realize your better days are gone and a tear fills your eye, I know it's hard to let go 'cause you had it all. You had dreams, friends, and pride, but you sold them for nickels and dimes in a short blink of time. You lost your virtue and health. Look what you've done to yourself. Now I'm leaving, there's no reason to cry. Just a lonely pilgrim, and ran your flag up the pole and taught the world to rock and roll. Now it's a shame to see you go. I'll miss your pie, a la mode. We had it all. In the land of the free, we sing that ribbon up highway song, but those words turn to rust, everything dust to dust. I'm leaving, there's no reason to cry.
When it came to influences, Kai Ellis listed Seal, David Bowie, VAST, Prince, and Tori Amos. Kai surprised me by not including Nine Inch Nails or George Michael, and VAST is a completely new entity to me. Well, here's what he had to say about it. VAST is basically just John Crosby. Crosby is clearly and obviously indebted to Nine Inch Nails. He's not even trying to hide his influence, nor should he. And since I'm pretty obsessed with Nine Inch Nails myself, if you asked me who I'm actually trying to sound like, it's not Nine Inch Nails, it's VAST. A little rock, a little industrial, a little orchestral, a little electronic, and all of it designed to make the choruses soar. Let's see if Kai hit those goals himself in This Is Temporary.
what you carry, 'cause this is temporary. Hallucinating purpose, as if mere time could cure us. And if you're just a stranger, then what could be the danger? Don't fall in love with what you carry, 'cause this is temporary. Don't fall in love with what you carry, 'cause this is temporary.
Bob Hayes listed his influences as the Allman Brothers, Yes, Genesis, Tangerine Dream, and King Crimson. We all know Bob is a great keyboard player and loves to go ahead and show off his prog rock influences, so there's no surprise in any of those there. So here's the Adelph Null and the Null Set, showing that off with Lobotomy. That brings us to the end of the listening segment for today. There's a lot more been going on in the forum this week, with folks posting works in progress for comment and feedback, ongoing discussions of all things drums, open mic performances, issues with keeping an own mind on your own mix, and a new greatest of all 5 thread, focusing on guitar instrumentals. And since you listened this far, chances are good you have similar interests to those in the Recording Journey community. Check us out at therecordingjourney.com and find out if it's for you. That brings us to the end of this episode. Like, share, subscribe, comment, you know the drill. It helps us get more folks listening. Hope to see you in the next episode with the latest happenings in music. And until then, this is Marty Helly signing off for The Recording Journey.